Donald Trump at bottom, and perhaps unexpectedly, is a deeply lonely, solitary man. He's a guy who has never had close friends, never felt the need to have close friends. He's a man with great, deep resentments, and a man who I think has always craved the intimacy that he has never had.
What makes him resentful?
He has always felt that he has never been accepted by the establishment, although he's had great success as well as great failure in business and in politics. He has always felt that he's been kept at arm's length by the people in power. And so he views himself, even though he's presenting himself to the world as a billionaire playboy of great success, he nonetheless internally is driven by this feeling that he is not accepted by the people in charge, that he's an outsider.
You're talking about respect.
Yes, very much so. He is someone who craves respect, demands respect, often doesn't get it, and as a result has a short temper about it.
What makes him tick then? Ultimately, what drives his decision-making?
I think he's someone who grew up with not very much in the way of love, at least openly expressed from his parents. He's always craved that. He's always craved closeness. He's never found a way to get there. He said to me once, if you're looking to understand me, you have to know I haven't changed at all since I was 7 years old.
I'm not sure how to take that.
This is a man who, for decades, went on radio and TV sharing intimate details of his relationships with his wives and girlfriends because he thought that it made people aspire to be like him. And that is the core of the Trump brand, the Trump identity, getting people to aspire to be part of Trump world, to want to take part in the golf clubs and the hotels and all of the trappings of Trump world. In order for people to want to spend the money on his products, they need to want to be like him to some extent, or at least to think of him as this guy who's living a life that would be kind of cool to live.
What impact do you think Stormy Daniels has on Donald Trump's private life?
It's hard to know exactly what goes on between the president and his wife, but looking at the history of his relationships, I think it's fair to argue that it has little, if any, impact. Certainly, anyone entering a second, third, or future marriage with Donald Trump would be keenly aware of the fact that he's going to behave in this manner. I think even though we use the word wife with each of his three spouses, it's important to realize that none of those are traditional marriages. In no case has he shared a bedroom with one of his wives in any long-standing manner. In no case has he spent enormous amounts of time with the wives, with the possible exception of his first wife. So these are utilitarian relationships. I'm sure there's some level of friendship or intimacy, but by all accounts, including Trump's own, these are not traditional marriages where these are soulmates in any way.
Hello, I'm Liz Hayes. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9 Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.